Yo, what's going on, guys? I'm gonna show you guys how to edit like I did in this part of the montage of Monty's montage, which is just Dagger's part. Shit. I'm using the same song. I'm gonna just use different clips and kind of like redo the edit. Uh, so yeah. So the first thing you guys want to do is you guys want to get your song and mark out the beats. So what I like doing is I like marking out where I'm gonna put the kill and where I'm gonna transition, because you always want there to be a beat drop on the kill and on the transition. So I'm gonna do that. All right. So the next thing that I'm gonna do is I'm gonna grab a bunch of clips. I have a bunch of clips from Kesu, Avanti, and I think Vanta. Yeah, and I'm gonna just sync them up to these like dots. And yeah. All right, so I've synced up most of the clips. I don't really want to do a lot 'cause I'm not trying to edit a lot right now, but three I synced 5 clips all to the beat drop, so this is like kind of what it looks like. I use like some Jimbo DeMarcus clips as well. Um, so the first thing that you guys want to do is this is all in After Effects, so it might be a little different depending on what kind of editing program you guys use. So if you guys want me to make like a different tutorial for like Premiere Pro or something, let me know. Also, all the presets that I use in the video are gonna be in the description, so you guys can just look in the description and they should all be there. Okay, so on the first clip, the first thing you guys want to do is make a new solid, or sorry, a new adjustment layer. Um, and then add one of the shakes. It should be the directional X one onto this kill. Computer's a little laggy. I might have to stop recording. Oh, okay, no, there we go. And then sometimes what I like to do is I like to remove this one because it kind of darkens it for a second, and I like it to be bright, so I remove that one. And then it should kind of look like this. Uh, and then for the transition, let me just shorten this. For the transition for this specific one, I'm gonna drag both the adjustment layer and the clip above the second clip like that. And then I'm gonna get an effect called dissolve luma, and then I'm gonna add it to the clip, the first clip. And you want to keyframe, so maybe like a couple frames after the kill, transition, wherever you want your transition to start, you want to keyframe the dissolve percentage, and then go a couple frames forward, and then turn the dissolve percentage all the way to 100, and it'll kind of like fade out your clip like in a really weird way, and you just want your second clip to be under it the whole time, so that way it kind of like fades in smoothly, and then it should look something like this. And then I'm gonna add the shake. Usually I use the same shake for most of like my kills, depending on it. I mean, it varies on the clip, but I'm gonna just use the same shake for all the kills. And then once I do that, I'll show you guys how to do the other transitions, which is just pretty much more presets that I have. Alright, so I have this all synced up. We're not synced up, but I put shakes on all the kills. This is what it looks like. This has no transitions, by the way. Okay, now for the transitions. So this first kill has a transition, and I'm gonna just do the same transition that I did for this, but for the second kill. So I'm gonna drag all this up above this layer, and then I'm gonna add dissolve luma to this clip. Move this a little ahead, and then I'm gonna turn this up, and it should look like this. Okay, now for this transition, I'm gonna also leave the presets in the description. Okay, so what you want to do when you put them in your After Effects, you want to look for the ones that say uh, part 1, and you make an adjustment layer on the start or the end of the clip that you want to transition off of. So the clip end here, I would grab part 1 and put it on this adjustment layer, and then I would move the keyframes back, and then part 2 I would put on the second half of the clip. So it should kind of look like this. It's kind of lagging, but it looks something like that. And then I'm gonna just do the same thing, but for here. And this is what it looks like with all the transitions in place. Okay, so I'm gonna do something with the end of the clip. Since this clip is kind of long, if I play this out, I'm gonna cut the clip right on these little beat drops right here. 1, 2, and then I'm gonna cut it on the kill as well. And then I'm gonna enable time remapping for this one. And you do need a little bit of prior After Effects knowledge, or else it might be a little confusing. But if you don't, it's fine. You can just still follow along. Um, so I'm gonna put a keyframe at the start by pressing the little diamond, and then one at the end, and I'm gonna highlight them. Keyframe assistant, easy ease, or you can just press F9. Um, and then I'm gonna highlight them and press a little graph. Oh shoot. Um, and it should look like this for you. Uh, so what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna like put this one up a little bit. You guys can just copy what I'm doing, and then put this one down a little bit, and I'm gonna enable this so it looks smoother. You just double click this on the clip. And what this is gonna do is pretty much it's gonna like speed it up, slow it down, and then speed it up again. And I'm gonna do this for each little portion right here. So um, this other clip that I cut up, I'm gonna also enable time remapping, put a keyframe at the start, keyframe at the end, and this is the one that's right before the kill. So I'm gonna easy ease them, highlight them, press this, and just copy, do the same graph, and then double click this so that way it looks smoother. And I'm gonna do it to the last clip as well, the kill. Keyframe at the start, keyframe at the end. And there's other ways to do this, like you don't need to cut up the clip, but this is just the most simple way and the easiest way to do it. So yeah, um, do that and then double click this. And it's gonna look kinda like it might look kinda dumb if you just leave it like this. So what I like to do is I'm gonna put this shake in the preset pack, and it's just like a little beat shake. It's not like a crazy beat or like beat shake, and you just add it at the start of every one. So on every beat drop, you just add it like this, and then obviously the third one, this one has the main impact. Actually, I'm gonna bring this down, and it should look kind of like this. It's a little laggy, so it should look kind of like this. And after you've added that, what I like to do is I'm gonna add a new solid and make sure it's black. And then I'm gonna cut it like about like that. Just like a couple frames before the kill. I'm gonna enable the opacity and I'm gonna put it at 100 at the end. So just keyframe opacity to 100 at the very end of the clip, so right before the kill. And then at the start, you just turn it down to 0. And it'll kind of like fade off and then come back in when the kill happens. Um, and then also I'm gonna add like a little overlay here. So if I show the DAG video that I edited, right here, there's like there's like a little overlay that comes over it. So I'm gonna show you guys how to add that, and I'll put that in the description. Okay, so I found this overlay, and I kind of don't really like it, but it's the only one that I can get since I reset my PC. But I'm gonna put it in the description, and pretty much what you want to do is just put like the start of it where like you can see the most image of it. Like this is a good spot right here. And then what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna speed it up so it goes faster. Oops, someone joined my call. But I'm gonna speed it up so it goes like kind of faster. So I'm gonna like drag this one like forward, and it kind of like speeds up and like fades away towards the end. I think like right there is good. Right there is good. So I'm gonna cut it off right before the kill, and it should look kind of like this. And then what you guys want to do is right click the clip, press blending mode, and change it to overlay. Oh wait, no, not overlay. Sorry, sorry. Change it to, where is it? Screen. And it should look. Obviously, you can like, if you guys find your own overlays, it'll look better. But I'll put this one in the description, and you guys can maybe like put it to better use because it doesn't look that good, but it gets the job. And actually, what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna fade it in. So I'm gonna put the opacity like slowly put it up, and it should look like that. And now for the start of the clip. One of the most simple effects that has such a big impact is just a simple black fade. So, that's what I'm gonna do for the start. I'm gonna add on a solid, a black solid. I'm gonna oh, I'm gonna make the opacity 100 at the end, and then 0 at the start, and it should look. That's too fast, actually. Alright, so this is the final product. The reason the quality's so low is because I have to have it like that, or else this PC will fucking blow up. But it's very simple. It's like it's 5 clips, 10 seconds. If you guys want me to make like a more in-depth guide, uh, and like maybe make it longer, or like if you guys want to know how to do 3D stuff, just let me know. And yeah, this is the final edit.